What's going on? What's going on? We back. Goodfellas Sports TV. We up in this thing doing what we do. Y'all know we talking about the Charlos got punished by WBC. Crawford won all the PBC smoking. We top it off with Wilder Fury as well. Salute to the chat. Appreciate all our brothers and sisters in there. I just got done smashing some chips. So, hey, it is what it is. Sour cream, cheddar. What is it? Cheddar, sour cream, legs. Boys, bang. Blackham TV, salute, my brother. What's going on? What's going on? Everybody else that's up in here, salute.
Police killed an innocent
my bad. Yeah, Facebook will it did. All right. But let's talk. Okay, Charlos got fined by the WBC. I'm gonna read the statement. What's going on, CB Sports TV? Salute. Mark Wonderlick, Utah Lid in the house. Syndicated J, salute. John Simon, salute. Zula and Morta, what's going on, dog? What it do? I did a video earlier talking about the Charlos need to address the WBC. As soon as I dropped the video, them niggas addressed it. So I deleted it, and I talked about what they said. And I'll go through what they said earlier too, but this is what they said. Okay, this is what Michael Benson said. Said that WBC have fined Charlo and Jamal and Jamil Charlo for missing VADA drug tests last month because they were out of town. Fighters must always make VADA aware of their location. And WBC says strong punishment will follow for the infraction. Strong punishment will follow for the infraction from next year onward. So basically, they got fined for some bread for missing. Okay, this is what they said on, or this is what I haven't seen Jamel's page, so he might have blocked me or something. So I don't know. I really don't give a shit. But this is what he said earlier. Okay, I guess people was asking about what happened, and they should have. As soon as they should have jumped out in front of the story before the story broke. Bad Left Hook Boxing broke the story. And it's also on the WBC's website. I went there today and checked it out. Missed test, not failed, you idiots. It's random in a WBC program or whatever they are, randomly choose a day. We were out of town doing promotional stuff on Fox for the next fight. Get your facts straight. I said, haters must hate. It's the job. Okay. I don't think anybody's hating. Okay. I hate when you call people haters. Ain't nobody hating. If you don't come out here and say nothing about this, okay, and say, okay, we missed this drug test, and you just leave it up to speculation. I mean, what you think people gonna do? Oh, they on steroids. You got Andre Rozier saying they on steroids. Demetrius Andrade said he was on steroids. Stephen Bredman, trainer J Rock, said he was on steroids. J Rock said he was on steroids. I mean, you got a number of fighters accusing the Charlos and Errol Spence of being on roids. Okay, when you miss a drug test, I mean, that's basically like a failed drug test, in my opinion, in people's minds. Okay, and what happened was they said they went to Fox to do the promo. Okay, that must have been like a last-minute thing, all right? So they went to L.A., and VADA just happened to show up that day. They both was in L.A. It makes sense, both of them being in L.A., because I was like, damn, if they one train in Houston, one train in Dallas, and VADA come, how do they both miss a drug test? And how does they VADA drug test land on the same day? But so happened, they said they was at the Fox, Fox unveiling the fights, and they was there. Will people continue to speculate, miss drug tests? Yeah, it's a lot of speculation around them, okay? A lot of speculation. It's plenty of speculation around them, bro. And if you don't jump out in front of that, people gonna run with that story. And it ain't like I wanted to be the guy that do the video about the story. Okay, at the end of the day, I don't want to be the guy to say any fighter is on roids. Okay, I'm not happy to report that type of stuff. But if I don't report it, okay, and some other slap channel reports it, there's plenty of slappy channels out there. They report it, and people run with that narrative. Then it is what it is. If I don't report it and bring balance to it and say, okay, this is that, and this and that, okay, we cool. I'm gonna give it to you straight. Just like with the Jamil Charlo situation with the domestic violence. I reported that before somebody else reported it, and I gave you the real. Okay. Same with Javante Tank Davis. I report that type of stuff to bring balance, not bias. I call it straight down the middle, and I don't indict the guys. I just keep it real, okay? Just keep it real. Now you're gonna get somebody else to say, "Oh, just like Deontay Wilder saying he want to experience giving birth," and people running with that, okay? You know, so at the end of the day, they can be mad all they want to, okay? But you know, jump out in front of it. Anthony Davis, salute. Cool Man Sedman, salute. Wayne Jr., salute. Man, they protected Canelo without a failed test. Plus, they've been in VADA more so Jermell. Exactly. So that's a good point. You know, Canelo can do what the hell he want to do. They got to protect Canelo Alvarez. All right. I'm surprised they didn't strip Jamal Charlo. Honestly, I really am surprised they didn't strip Jamal Charlo. Probably because they would have had to strip Jermell Charlo and miss out on a good payday with Jared Hurd and Jermell. I think Jermell Charlo saved this situation. Because I thought it was a perfect opportunity for them to strip Jamal Charlo, but they didn't do it. Okay? They didn't do it. So at the end of the day, these dudes got Al Haymon as a manager. They got personal managers. How many times must we go through this with fighters about VADA? When you leave town, you must notify VADA, bro. You know, if your manager ain't doing his job, your personal assistant ain't doing your job, you need to fire them. Oh, y'all going out of town? Oh, let me call VADA and tell them we going to LA. We're going to be in LA. Do your job, the Sweet Science. Make sure to subscribe to Sweet Science. Salute. Do your job, bro. They got jobs to do. You got personal managers. You got Al Haymon. All these dudes know how to work. Do your fucking job. You know? And it is fishy still. Because if it was Canelo Alvarez, even before the two failed Brewer test, we'd be all over him. Okay? We'd be all over. If it was any fighter, Errol Spence, Lomachenko, Gosvick, Usyk, Stevenson. If it was any of those fighters that missed a drug test, Willie Monroe, Tony Harrison, it's news. It's news. People say, oh, y'all hating. We ain't hating. You got boxing trainers that y'all haven't addressed. Let me say, I haven't seen them address boxing coaches that called you straight steroid users. Stephen Bredman said it right out of his mouth. They asked Jamal Charlo to take random drug testing for the J-Rock fight. He refused to take that test. C-Dub, salute. Dark Kent, salute. There was two separate Canelo failed tests, a week apart, okay? All right? Tax, salute. It's two separate drug tests. I mean, it was two separate drugs for him, but let's keep it real, man. If Canelo Alvarez was in this situation, we'd be jumping all over him. Rightfully so, because he failed, but even before he failed the test. You know? You got it. You can't. I mean, Andre Rozier came out and said everything, but they were on steroids. He said that right after Danny Jacobs beat Derevchenko. He said it. Well, I mean, Demetrius Andrade. He said it. Came back and kind of apologized because he was gonna get sued. Oh, I didn't say that. They misquoted me. I understand. It's too much smoke coming from the Charlos, bro. Too much smoke. And then somebody want to run with the narrative. Well, CJ said he put Ronnie Shields and Errol Spence in it. You damn right. One train with Ronnie Shields and one train with Derek James. When one person get popped in the camp, where there's smoke, there's fire. It's more speculation. Is Errol Spence on it? Is Alexander Lara on it? Is Guillermo Rigondeaux on it with Ronnie Shields? Is Ambanda Gigo, whatever the tall heavyweight name is? That's what happens. Guilty by association. It can't be Ronnie Shields, only fighter doing it. It can't be Derek James, only fighter doing it. It's speculation. Them boys ain't on Pez. They on Mary Jane. I don't know what they on. I don't know what they on. I remember one guy, one of my boys from Texas. And I was like, yeah, them niggas ain't on. We talking about another fighter or whatever. He was like, man, I don't trust none of these niggas no more. And I had to think. I said, yeah, I'm not putting my neck out on none of these niggas, man. I don't know what none of these dudes on no more. Okay, you missed a drug test. That's fishy. So did Joseph Parker. Joseph Parker missed the WBC VADA drug test as well, too. Okay, I don't know what was his punishment, because he was WBO champion, but he still was going through drug testing, okay? You know, so it is what it is, man. We can say who is or who ain't on nothing. Usually it's the motherfuckers that you never think is on something that's on something. Seriously. The guys that you never think is on something is on something. That's just how it goes. You know, ain't nobody ever accused Canelo being on nothing, but he was the guy that was on something. No matter how bad, how hard it was for him to struggle to make weight. Okay. I mean, people look at you get Errol Spence and Charlos and say they on something, but that motherfucker Usyk ain't never took a deep breath in a fight. And he punched all night and moved all day. It's been no speculation. Lomachenko ripped from 26-30 to 35. There's no speculation on Lomachenko. Okay, I'm just keeping it real. He's just keeping it real. You can say Wayne Jr. until you get popped. You can say whatever you want to say about if you get popped. You know that's my thing. You know, innocent until proven guilty. But at the end of the day, a missed drug test, in my opinion, and I say that for what was it, Luis Nery, or was it the other guy? It's another guy. What's the old boy name? Old boy that had the acne on his back. What's the old boy with the acne on his back? He had fought did he fight Chocolito? Shit, what was that motherfucker's name, man? Old boy that had fought either Sora Riverstein or Chocolito, man. Let me look at this guy's name. Because this is important. He probably ain't ranked no more, though. Because he got caught. Okay, hold on. Quadres. That's his name. Quadres. Motherfucker missed a drug test. Talking about I was on cocaine. Motherfucker got more acne on his back than a teenager drinking straight pop for 365 24/7 on their face. Appreciate it, Aubrey Davidson. Okay? Carlos Quadres. However they say his name. Yeah. He missed a drug test. I don't trust none of these niggas out here, man. Okay? It might not be a popular opinion, but at the end of the day, the Charlos and Vada, you know, they tested over and over again, especially Jamel. Salute. Okay? And I believe the WBA, whoever said Lomachenko's not in Vada, WBA has a Vada drug testing system as well. Okay? The WBA had Vada drug testing. So they have a 365 program as well, too. So I don't know if Lomachenko's a part of that. I don't hear too much about it. Terry Sonny Lara switched from WBC to Vada. Southside say Jesse Vargas has acne on his back, looked awfully strong against Saddam Ali. Yeah, you know, people tell me that Will Book, salute. People tell me that you know, he always had acne on his back. That's what people tell me. I don't know. You know. But like I said about the Charlos, you miss a drug test. That I don't care what is missed for. Cocaine, weed, whatever the situation, it ain't a good look. You know, it ain't like he missed a drug test and everybody be like, oh, it's part of my Minaj, he missed a drug test. Oh, probably ain't taking shit. Probably can't crack an egg, you know. It ain't like that. They got a lot of speculation around them, and I've been defending them, man. You know, a lot of speculation around the Charlo twins. You know, take the infatuation, I support them, I like out of it. Make this fighter A, fighter B, blindfold them. You say, woo, you tell a story and you hear what these guys are saying about them. And a lot of it could be hate. A lot of it could be pure speculation and hate. They just built like that. You know, a lot of dudes down south is just built like that, bro. Some of these dudes don't work out for years, can still bench press 400, 500 pounds. I've seen it with my own eyes. I've stayed down south. You know, I've been from Texas to Montgomery, Alabama, to Birmingham, to Jackson, Mississippi, North Carolina, Lawrenceville, Georgia, Atlanta, Georgia, you name it, mostly through the South, I've been there. South Carolina, okay? I've been all through the South, all right? Strong motherfuckers down there, all right? Real strong. Oh, you talking about Wakwa that beat Tevin Farmer? Yeah, that motherfucker got a slap on the wrist, 6 months. He got stripped, though. You know, but hey, it is what it is, man. It ain't a popular opinion to talk about that. I don't want to talk about who testing pot. I don't care about that shit, man. I just want motherfuckers to be on an even playing field. You know, it ain't a conversation I want to have about, oh, the Charlos is doing this and the Charlos. I don't want to have that conversation. Nobody want to have that conversation. No, but when you miss a drug test and you don't jump out like I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna end this topic and we'll go to Terrence Crawford. All right, you don't jump like when I'm gonna say this. I learned in life, you know, a lot of people, you know, wait to some come find them. You know what I'm saying? You might owe a bill or you might, you know, owe the IRS and you wait for the IRS to come find you. 9 times out of 10, if you jump out in front of that shit, it's gonna be the impact is gonna be way less. Way less. It ain't gonna be a big blow. Gangs PP salute. The Charlos, man, I'm gonna say this right here. Every fighter, that's gonna be in the public eye, that's gonna be on social media, all these fighters that's gonna be doing IG videos, Snap videos, doing interviews after fights. Let me just say this. All these fighters from PBC, Top Rank, The Zone, Main Events, NBC, HBO, Saltillo, whatever they call it, boxing, all these fighters need to enroll into a PR class. They should have to take a course. They promoters and managers should teach them how to behave and how to act on social media, how to deal with the media. When you come into the NFL and NBA, you learn all of that in them little rookie sit downs. Okay? All the big stars have PR reps. How to talk, how to answer this question. Okay, this happened, this how we're gonna answer. All these dudes need a PR class, and then all the big fighters, your Errol Spencers, your Wilders, they need PR. Wilder would not have been allowed to say, I want a body if he had a PR team, okay? The Charlos wouldn't be on IG saying, fuck the fans, rich man got more money, I care about what the rich man want me to do. That won't happen. That won't happen. It just won't happen. These dudes need PR. A PR team or a PR class. A lot of them. Adrian Broner, PR nightmare, bro. They don't want him back on regular TV. Adrian Broner is banned from CBS. Is banned from NBC if you didn't know. He banned. They don't want Adrian Broner back on regular TV. He's too much of a high risk. Too much of it's a way to promote yourself and still be classy and have good, clean, dirty adult fun. You know what I'm saying? Ricky E, salute. All my Pistons playing your Knicks right now, fool. I should have it on the TV, man. I downloaded the sports app, the Fox Sports app. They it's tied. Andre Drummond ain't doing shit. I'm glad I swerved him in this lineup. Enes Kanter going to fuck off. Enes Kanter going hard in the paint. I always pick the center that go against Drummond because Drummond don't got no fucking defense, bro. None. Drummond ain't got no defense. That nigga as far as Bill Wallace, I remember. B-Box, you lunch. What's going on? I don't know why people don't know this stuff, man. I don't know why. I mean, maybe they just don't care. Like I say, man, you should always want them PR team because your PR team, like Errol Spence seemed like he got a PR team. He may not. That might just be a personality, but he know he can't F up that Cowboys deal, okay? He can't mess that partnership up with the Cowboys. So he ain't going to be out here being ignorant. He had a little lapse in judgment, fuck around with AB, Tank, and Robert Jr. that night after Danny and Shine. But he know he can't do that no more. It's bigger things for Errol Spence in Texas. It's car dealership commercials. It's In-N-Out commercials. And the lady that owned In-N-Out, she just sold her or put her big ass mansion up for sale. Okay, I read things. It's like the state of Texas, man. Errol Spence can, even without going nationwide in the state of Texas, Errol Spence can rack up millions in endorsements in the state of Texas. Bottom of Cali, salute. Errol Spence can rack up millions. C4, salute. Nicholas Mapp, salute. Big money, I like it. I used to have hoes who trifling. I got y'all fuck with Boosie. Yeah. Asadi, salute. I'm about to watch Ghetto Stories tonight when my girl get off. All these major dudes, LeBron, he got PR. All them, these dudes need PR. Let's talk about Terrence Crawford. Apparently, I did a video of Terrence Crawford. Shout out to Will Bug. He in the chat. At least he might still be in the chat. Make sure you hit the like button. He sent me some shit about let me get this man's name right, man. I know Mike Coppenringer. It ain't Mike. All right, it ain't Mike Coppenringer. I don't want to call him Quagmire. I don't want to disrespect that man. And shout out to Keith Eidig, man. Keith Eidig, man, he is really responsive on social media. Me, him, and Will Boog been having some good conversations. Man, forget I don't want to keep cussing on my stream. Forget Danny O'Connor, man. Danny O'Connor, man, I see him in person. I smack the shit out of him. He's got to whip my ass. All right. Oh, sensitive ass little bitch. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it was Mike Coppenringer. Yes, he did. Mike Coppenringer said that Carl Moretti is like a legendary matchmaker in boxing. I think he was a matchmaker for I think he was a matchmaker for Golden Boy, then went back to Top Rank. He might have been at Top Rank, went to Golden Boy, went back to Top Rank. Don't quote me on that. Says that he talked to Angel Garcia a few weeks ago and had a $3 million offer for Danny Garcia to fight Terence Crawford on March 23rd, excuse me. That would have been huge, okay? It seems like Top Rank really know they don't have no other choices but to do the PBC thing. So they went to Danny Garcia, then they went to the Luis Collazo route, okay? I mean, before we get into the story in particular, let me let you know who's available on that side, okay? I don't know about available, but you get what I'm saying. Go up to rankings. I mean, just looking. I mean, obviously Andre Berto is not coming back in the first half, the first quarter, so he was ruled out. And I'd love to see Crawford bash Berto head in. Okay. Jeff Horn got to fight Friday if you don't know the ESPN Plus app versus Anthony Mundine. He already beat him. To be honest, looking through this, it's not a lot there. Rashidi Ellis is not ready yet. Devin Alexander, he coming off a loss, so that's just like why. So honestly, he had to face his mandatory or ask for them to order mandatory, which is now his mandatory is Ingus. Ingus is his mandatory. See how crazy these rankings is? Check this out, okay? Okay, I just looked at this, okay? And let me see when they last updated these rankings. These rankings have been updated since yesterday, okay? Check this shit out, man. Cusio Clayton was the number one fighter he was the number one fighter in the WBO welterweight. Now he's number 5. Amir Khan is number 4. What has Amir Khan done to jump anybody in any rankings at welterweight, okay? Adrian Broner's number 3, okay? What has Adrian Broner done at welterweight to get ranked? He had a draw with Jesse Vargas. Jesse Vargas is number 2. Vargas had 2 back-to-back draws versus Adrian Broner and Thomas Delorbe. How is he ranked number 2 in any sanctioned belt body? And then Ingus whatever his name is, he's number 1 all of a sudden. Okay, so it's more than likely that if this stays put, Crawford is going to fight Ingus as a mandatory. So at some point in 2019, Crawford and Ingus will fight. So that's just pathetic, okay? It's pathetic. Lawrence Williams, salute. I try to gas up Danny O'Connor because nobody checking from him until I said something. Yeah, I'm like checking on Danny O'Connor. I thought it was the motherfucker from Full House. Okay. Boxing scene rankings. You heard about Dimitri Bivol cherry picking ass talking about fighting Canelo at 168. And it's the big narrative now. I'm hearing about Bivol being so small for 175. Yeah, hey, say that question. I'm gonna get to that question. I'm gonna do Q&A real quick. Hold on, this nigga Time Business calling me. I don't know if you know I'm live. Hold on, give me a minute, man. Let me see what Time wants. Yeah, my bad, y'all. Yeah, Town hit me up, man. He wanted to know where I got the story from about Terence Crawford and shit. The story we talk about right now. But give me 1 minute. Yeah, man. Man, I forgot what we was talking about. I know we was talking about that. I'm gonna get to that Bivol question in a minute. All right. And for everybody knowing, if you go to Facebook, if you got Bomac on Facebook, Bomac posted, reposted the, he reposted the, how can I say that? He reposted the tweet from Mike Copperinger. So he said it's true. Okay, Brian Bomac said it's true. Okay, this is what Brian Bomac said with the tweet copy. He said, for all y'all haters that think Crawford don't want to fight those PBC fighters, he put that link up as well too. So Bomac, he doubled down on that, man. He doubled down on it, but and he just told me something else about Danny Garcia. I'm not gonna talk about what he told me because that's confidential between me and him. But yeah, basically he said like Danny Garcia has a history of doing that shit, bro. Of turning down fights and shit like that. But this is my point on the situation about Danny Garcia Crawford, and I'll read it again for anybody coming in late. Top Rank and Carl Moretti called Angel Garcia a few weeks ago with the $3 million offer for Danny Garcia to fight Terrence Crawford on March 23rd. Moretti told me they had a nice discussion, but Moretti says he never heard back from Angel. And he also said Danny busy with Granados on April 20th. Crawford now close to a deal on Luis Collazo on March 23rd. Moretti and Todd DeBuff both told me they'd be interested in revisiting Crawford versus Danny Garcia later this year. The plan was to put the fight on ESPN pay-per-view, but DeBuff and Moretti say working in conjunction with Showtime wouldn't have been a hurdle. Would love to see this fight happen later. Also, okay, there's some extra shit coming in, all right? Extras coming in. So I didn't see that. He put the rest of it in the because you can't just go unlimited on Facebook. I mean on Twitter, like you can on Facebook. He says that they was gonna put it on pay-per-view. So Danny Garcia passed up a $3 million guarantee with pay-per-view upside. I will just go ahead and assume not to fight Terrence Crawford. So at the end of the day, we already know how Danny Garcia rock, all right? And I'm gonna give you my premise right here. Hold on. Yeah, but we know how Danny Garcia rock. You know what I'm saying? I've been telling y'all, Danny Garcia don't have the hunger. When I first started watching Danny, Ashley, Theo Payne, Kendall Hart, he don't have that hunger no more, man. His daddy don't even have the enthusiasm no more like he once had, all right? But he turned down a pay-per-view opportunity. And I'm gonna say this, man. That was a quick-ass pay-per-view turnaround, okay? They said working with Showtime wouldn't have been a problem. Now, you ever seen a video or you ever been in a situation where somebody Billy Badass and then somebody pull out a gun and they, oh yeah, I was just joking. You know what I'm saying? That's what this is now. Okay. Top Rank was talking shit to PBC. He was dogging PBC out, suing PBC, suing Al Heyman. Okay. Doing all that to Al. Now Al got the upper hand. Now Al got the Mossberg out. Okay. Help. Al got the Mossberg out now. Oh yeah, we can make shit happen. You know what, man? Hey, we can make it happen. That's what this situation is. That's what it is. This is a situation where PBC got a gun now. And Top Rank thought shit was sweet, and then Al just say with the Mossberg, whatever the Mossberg made. Now they want to talk it out. The real goal, salute, Sports Brotherhood, salute. EJAA, Sports Brotherhood, why boxing fans complaining about picking the matches no other sport fans complain because, man, most of boxing fans, man, me and Kurt Sugar were talking about this on World Breaker Fighting last night. We had a great debate on World Breaker Fight last night talking about Josh Taylor Regis. Then it went to Dillian White and a whole bunch of other shit, but that was pretty cool too. If you missed it, go back and watch that episode we did last night. That was epic. All right. People talk about the matchmaking because it's terrible. It's terrible. And reserve, hey, Sports Brotherhood, reserve your comment right now. When I do Q&A in a minute, I'm going to get to that comment. Promise you. I'm going to address that full on here. I do Q&A. But make sure you hit the like button too. But we know how Danny Garcia is, okay? We know how he is. I ain't mad at him. But I said about a year ago, maybe this year, he should retire. And people called me and said it was last year. I'm a joke. I'm this and that. I said he doesn't have the same hunger. And when you're not hungry no more, you're not ambitious no more. It's not like going to work and you trying to get your 30 years and get out, of your 20 years and get out, and you just going through the motions every day and just going to work. It's different. The boxing, if you don't have the will, if you don't have the drive and the hunger to get up and run no mile every day, if the money is your ultimate fulfillment in boxing, is your ultimate goal in boxing, once you get that money, and for other boxers, it might not be that much. Your goal might be is become a multi-millionaire as a boxer. Floyd goes to become a billionaire in boxing or make $1 billion off boxing. Your goal may be to Mr. White salute. Your goal may be to get $5 million and get out, or $5 million and I'm comfortable. Danny Garcia is a comfortable fighter. He's a Hall of Famer just based off what he did at 140, in my opinion. Okay, he's a Hall of Famer just based off that. He ain't a strong first ballot Hall of Famer, but I think what he did at 140 was good, and he should have just walked away after 140. Or after he got the title from Robert Guerrero, because the hunger is no longer there in him. Travis Spears, I got your email. I should have hit you back. My bad, bro. But but yeah, he's just not hungry no more, bro. And it said that, like I said, I got the phone with Tom. He said that he turned down other fights. He heard. Oh shit! Let me see that. I didn't look at the whole ranking. Good shit. Games PP. I told you they paid for rankings. I exposed that years ago. Yeah, look, Colosso's number 11. I exposed that years ago. Okay, I'm gonna tell you this, and we're gonna continue to talk about this Crawford situation. All right. I'm gonna tell you this. When I found out they paid for rankings, is when Curtis Stevenson, he had a long layoff. I think after Jesse Brinkley went upside his head. All right. He came back down to 160. He came to 160. Okay. Andre Durrell and Jesse Brinkley beat his ass. Okay. He came from super middleweight to 160, and he fought Derek Finley on NBC. Okay, I used to like the main events NBC fights on like Saturday afternoon. Like Saturday afternoon boxing is lit. Okay, I love Saturday afternoon boxing. Even when main events did it on NBC, the shit was dope. All right. All of a sudden he started talking shit about Golovkin, and I'm looking at the rankings, and all of a sudden one day, he get ranked. I said, how did he come back and fight Derek Finley and get ranked? So that's when I realized they did. They paid for rankings. So it ain't no surprise to me. People who called me a liar, said I didn't know what I was talking about. So be it. So be it. I take it on the chin. And when you get to arguments, and I said this in one of the videos, if y'all didn't see it earlier, I don't know which one. But I said when you get to argument with dudes on threads, they start calling you out your name and say nigger and cracker and honky, and they start just calling you out your name, wetback and spear chucker, whatever that shit is. Fanon said that shit was funny. They start calling you all these different names. Just walk away from the thread. You won the argument. When they got to resort to call you names and resort to talk about race, you won the argument. There's no need to go back and forth anymore. But hey, Crawford, they trying to make it happen now. It's convenient for Crawford to make it happen. But with Bob, and somebody said this to me one day, regards to this, will Bob Arum do the same thing if he had all the fighters on his side, there was just Errol Spence on the other side? No, he wouldn't. He wouldn't be trying to work with Top Rank. He would. That's an actual fact. He wouldn't be trying to work with him. This dude, he said, shoot they racist ass. What's going on, Travis Gotti? Salute. Yeah, man. So at the same time, bro, Crawford trying now, but if he was in a position of power with Top Rank, well, at least Top Rank was in a position of power, you probably still wouldn't get them three guys fighting each other. Let's say Keith Thurman and Sean Porter was on Top Rank. They still wouldn't be in a rush to make them three fights. Banco Bernoculus, what's going on? Salute. They wouldn't be in a rush to them three damn fucking fights. They wouldn't. Hold on. This is how you know your girl be watching your ass or some shit. Like somebody watching me. Something on fire by the house. Hold on. Y'all give me a minute. I ain't trying. See shit on fire? I don't know. I ain't see shit on fire. Let me text her back up. Nigga watching me and shit. That's crazy. But yeah. With Crawford, so be it. Danny Garcia turning shit down. I'm not surprised, and this is what I was gonna say. I made a point in my video earlier. With Danny Garcia, okay, with Danny claimed that he didn't lose versus Sean Porter, okay? He said, I didn't lose. It was a close fight. I thought I won. Fair game, right? I'm cool with that. But you taking a tune-up, so that's implying to me that you lost. Abner Mares said, I thought I beat Leo Santa Cruz in a rematch, right? Abner Mares did say that. Abner Mares moved up in fucking weight and fought Gervonta Tank Davis. Okay? Leo Santa Cruz is fighting Miguel Flores, another tune-up. That just tell you all you need to know. You know, if Danny Garcia should have took the fight, but they said they'd come back with the fight. You know, we come back and they want to do a fight, we'd do the fight. I love to see Danny and Crawford, but I heard Danny Garcia say he wasn't interested in fighting Terrence Crawford on Vilified Media. He said he wasn't interested in it, like last year. You know, he said they split in the amateurs. It's a good fight for Danny Garcia. Take it. I think Bud is just too much for him. This version of Danny Garcia is declining. He's a good fighter. But 147 Garcia, he ain't in the pantheon of nothing. Greats, second tier, all-time greats. You know, he ain't with Wilfredo Benitez. He ain't even in Paul Williams. And well, I can't put Margarito cheating ass in there. Zab Judah class at welterweight. You know what I'm saying? He beat Judah at 140, but at welterweight, I think I ranked Judah ahead of him. Judah was an undisputed champion at welterweight, okay? I probably ranked Corey Spinks ahead of him at welterweight as well, too. So, you know, I probably ranked them dudes ahead of him. At welterweight, he still got work to do, but I think the best of Danny Garcia was at 140. That's the best. But so be it, man. You know, Crawford, I know from some sources that Crawford team did not want Errol Spence right now. They think Errol Spence is too much. You know, and that's just, I'm not going to say, I'm not going to tell you guys no lie. I heard that from two different people. Two totally different sources, two totally different people. And after one guy told me, the Floyd Mayweather story broke. And remember, Errol Spence is just turned pro in 2012. He was a late starter in boxing, even though he was Olympian. Crawford has 5 more years of pro boxing experience than him. Mikey Garcia has 6 more years pro experience than him. You take the 2-year layoff, 4 more years, but he's still a pro. So it is what it is. Errol Spence is rather green in the sport as a professional fighter. Now, I want to address this too before I go to this Wilder and Fury talking and not doing question and answers, okay? Look here, your Alexander Gosvics, your Usyks, your Lomachenkos, your Rashid Warrens, and I don't know who, Derevchenko, what's old boy is about to fight Lara, Brian Carlos Castano. All these dudes have professional fights in the World Series of Boxing, okay? The World Series of Boxing is like this Pro-Am league back when pro boxers couldn't be Olympian. You fight in this Pro-Am league that you don't have no headgear. It got a little bit of differences as far as the rules. Like you can't use an open glove, or you can't hold there's some shit they said. I can't remember. But you can't do something. But all these dudes have fights. Derevchenko had 23 fights. He was 24 fights, 23-1. Brian Carlos Castanos came in the tournament with 3 fights and beat him. Okay? He beat him. It was a good fight. Usyk had professional fights in there. Joe Joyce had professional fights over there. So a lot of these dudes been in professional type fights with no headgear on versus really good competition. Okay? So at the end of the day, you know, don't be believing, oh, Lomachenko did this in 12 fights. And that motherfucker probably had like 6 or 10 fights over in the World Series of Boxing. So did Usyk. It was like a trial run with Warren. But for some reason, I can't remember the exact reason, those fights doesn't translate to professional fights. Exactly. EJ88, exactly. I'm not going to say that out loud, but exactly. That's what it is. Okay? For some reason, these dudes, I'm going to say this, put it to you this way, how it was told to me. They will take their chances with Errol Spence versus Canelo before they take the chances versus Bud right now. With Errol Spence and Bud. That's just how it was put to me. And it's no secret, though. This ain't no secret. You know, to us it's a secret, but plenty dudes know about this in the boxing game. Like, it's some things about Kenny Porter I heard. You know? A lot of things about Kenny Porter. I'm not going to say them on here. Some I can say and not get in trouble for, and others I can really say and get in trouble for. But I won't speak on that, though. Okay? But that's crazy shit that you hear. And a lot of boxers know this, man. But at the end of the day, he's turned pro in 2012, and Terrence Crawford turned pro in 2007. And Mikey turned pro in 2006. So it's understandable, man. It's really understandable. They want to get Sean Porter and Keith Thurman in there and Mikey in there for experience. You know? And like I say, people call Bud small. Bud ain't small. Look at Bud legs. Boy, I see, Rasheed Warren fighting at the trial. I see Rasheed Warren at the Barclays Centers in April. And the girl I was sitting next to, she thought he lost. But she didn't like the way he had those little Paulo Malignaggi shorts on. So, it is what it is. But let's talk about Wilder and Fury. Like I said, man, I'm not this hype about this fight, man. If I don't go live, that means I went to the movie theater and seen it. All right. If I go live, I probably even bought it or streamed it. I'm not feeling the undercard. I like Alexander Gosvic versus Stevenson as a better fight. I just don't buy Tyson Fury, man. I got this feeling when I seen Charles Martin and Anthony Joshua, okay? And me and Colossal Sports TV, we talk a lot, all right? I used to be over there. We talk a lot. So I texted him. I said, I knew when Charles Martin was faking it, when Charles Martin had did an interview talking about how Shannon Briggs walked up on David Haye and started punking him, and then he just went all essential. I said, this dude is faking it. He don't believe he can win. Colossal Sports TV said, how you can know? I just know. Tyson Fury the same way. I don't think Tyson Fury is fighting because he can win. Tyson Fury is fighting for a check. He can say, I'm donating my whole purse. I'm no fool. You know, when people say if he can outbox Klitschko, he can outbox Wilder. I don't necessarily believe that to be true. Okay? I don't necessarily believe it to be true. Klitschko, I watched that fight, man, the other night. Klitschko wasn't that good at that point. I don't think he was ever the creme de la creme, but he was the best in his era, other than his brother. But Klitschko looked terrible in that fight. And Tyson Fury, for all the people that say Deontay Wilder and windmill, Tyson Fury slaps a lot with his punches, man. A lot. Fury was able to get past Chisora and Klitschko and Kevin Johnson and guys of that nature because he was more athletic and taller and longer than a lot of those guys. That's what it was. In the UK, it's hard to find slick fighters and fast and explosive fighters. You got Eubanks Jr., but he don't have no skill to go behind it, okay? You got Josh Taylor, but he's not slick. I don't believe Tyson Fury is ready for this fight on third thought. And I don't believe that he's as good as people say he is. I'm sorry. When he beat Vladimir Klitschko, he was the scum of the earth. He was the scum of the earth when he beat Vladimir. Oh, that was the worst fight of all time. Fuck Tyson Fury. That was garbage. AJ beat him. They threw a celebration. And I'm saying that was a nasty fight between him and Fury and Klitschko. But I don't believe it. You can lose all the weight you want to, okay? I dropped plenty of weight before, okay? Getting ready for the season, plenty of weight. But if you don't run, if you don't do intervals, if you don't do circuit training, if you really don't do something that tests your win, where I'm going so hard in the gym, or I'm going so hard in the field, I'm throwing up, you ain't worked out until you worked out hard and threw up. Trust me. You ain't had a hard workout until you worked hard and threw up. You know? We see you lightheaded and shit like that. I'm telling you. Tyson Fury, I'm not convinced that he's in great shape. He hasn't been 12 rounds since he's been back. He went 10 rounds with Pinata. Pinata took him a nice slow 10 rounds, okay? It was a sparring pace. If Wilder starts slow, I think that's not in his interest. Wilder is a slow starter. But if he pick it up and come out like he did with Stavern and come out with some authority and test Tyson, he gonna knock Tyson Fury out early. He's gonna knock him out. Fury is not ready for this, man. Fury's never fought a fighter with the speed of Deontay Wilder. And Fury's an awkward fighter, so you got two awkward fighters fighting each other. His sparring partners, Lawrence O'Callaghan, get the hell up out of here. Lawrence O'Callaghan, bro. You know, he brought Joe Joyce in for speed. He should have brought Steve Cunningham back in, okay? He don't have a height or range, but he would have got you the speed. You know, Michael Hunter would have been a better sparring partner. He had shit sparring partner. He came to the U.S. and brought the UK sparring partners with him. Like, where the fuck they do that at? You know, both of these dudes got small legs. Oh, leg day, a motherfucker, man. I do leg days on Monday, Tuesdays. This nigga brought Lawrence O'Callaghan in. I said, man. And then one of my guys told me, oh, this nigga brought in Joe Joyce. That was terrible. Joe Joyce is slow. I'm like, yeah, Joe Joyce is slow. From what I've seen of Joe Joyce. I'm not the biggest Joe Joyce fan. I have never really seen Joe Joyce fight other than Alexander Usyk and then the fighter where he got hit with a phantom punch at. Lawrence Williams say Rob Brandt versus Escovy Falcoa on February 15th. That's the Falcoa Robert Garcia train. So that's the younger brother. Yamaguchi is the older Falcour brother. Escova, whatever it means, dodge and slip. That's what that means. I don't know how to pronounce it, but I know what it means. He the better fighter, okay? That Falcour is the better fighter. He might be Rob Brandt. Yamaguchi they both good, but Yamaguchi is a little bit whack. Golden Glove say Joe Joyce is slow like AJ. Yeah, I mean, people telling me like acting like Joe Joyce is like the greatest fighter of all time. You know what I'm saying? Golden Gloves, you want to hop on? Let me know, fam. You talking about he the greatest? I just seen him with the Phantom Punch and Usyk, and I see Usyk whooping his ass. I mean, man, Usyk was on that ass, man. I'm like, God damn. You know, but like I said, man, I just don't trust Fury, bro. As far as he in shape, man, I know what it is to drop a lot of weight and still not have your wind up. Losing weight and having your wind up is two different things. And yeah, okay, I got you. Give me a minute. I gotta get my headphones. How's this gonna work out? All right, come on. Maybe I can see the burning house. As long as it ain't my house burning. This nigga did not renew his home insurance. We'll hear the end of that shit. Hold on. Hold on. What you want? Hold on. All right. Coming? I got the dog. I had to get my dog. Get off my bed. Get off. Get down. Well, eat my chips. This nigga's trying to eat my chips. All right, let me Golden Gloves. All right, give me a minute. Get some UK perspective in here. All right. But yeah, other than like at the end of the day, if Fury gets in the groove, and I said it before, I could see him getting up on Wilder. I really could. But just looking at his style, I think he's gonna get clipped early, man. He came back too soon. My personal opinion, man. He came back too soon. And this the first time. This the first. Bro, why you on my bed? Sit down there. Sit. But this is the first time he fighting somebody with this type of speed, too, man. The speed is what's going to kill him, man. Everybody talk about the power. The power got to get there. The speed is what's going to kill him. You know? And you can't prepare for speed and with UK fighters. He had to find a black fighter that has some speed or has some slickness to him. I'm not saying Michael Hunter was the fastest individual around, okay? But you got to find guys with some type of rhythmic movement. And Lawrence O'Callaghan is a very fast guy, okay? Very fast. But that motherfucker's ass. Trash. You put that fool in there with Andrew Tabiti right now, it's going to be trouble. Yeah, I'm about to see you a link right now, fam. I'm sending it through Twitter. You know, but hey, so be it. You know, who y'all got winning, Wilder or Fury? I won't shame you. I don't care who you pick. If Fury win, so I don't give a shit. You know, I think Wilder's somewhat of a favorite. I think Stevenson is a favorite over Gosvick as well too, if I'm not mistaken. Somebody sent me he's a favorite. Wilder. Yeah, I expect Wilder to win. If Wilder lose, bro, I mean, yeah, us some of us channels that's pro Wilder, like Wilder, yeah, we gonna have to hear that shit, you know. You ain't gonna stop hearing that shit. Hey, Dr. Blick, what's your Twitter? I thought I added you the other day. Hey, Dr. Blick, what's your I'm gonna send it on check out YouTube inbox, fool. I thought you just sent me a. Yeah, Dr. Blick, check your YouTube inbox. There you go. I sent it. Because I thought he inboxed me earlier, man. I don't know. But yeah, man, I like Wilder. I just think the speed was too much. I think it's too soon for Homeboy, for Fury. You know, I'm not sure Fury would have ever beat Wilder, but he's a solid fighter. But these dudes' resumes ain't all that, man. We went through Vladimir Klitschko's first 40 fights before. Appreciate it, Mr. White, always on point. Do you remember do you remember a point in time like this in history? There's been this many top undefeated fighters spread throughout each weight division. Probably not. Probably not. A lot of these dudes, I mean, you also could take a step further. A lot of these dudes can be. A lot of these dudes, I mean, look at Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman got under 30 fights, and he's 30 years old, about to be 30. You know. I appreciate. Like I said, I follow back, family. I don't know where Dr. Blick went, man. I was trying to inbox him, but for some reason his tweet went away. I don't know what happened, but I tried to inbox him. His tweet went away. But yeah, man, I don't really remember, man, this many undefeated fighters, especially with so less fights. There's been plenty of fighters with less fights, man. A lot of these fighters, man, like Keith Thurman should have about 40 fights by now, at least. This dude hasn't fought more than one time a year, hasn't fought multiple times in a year since 2015. Okay. 16, he fought once. 17, he fought once. 18, he didn't fight at all. So, I mean, it is what it is. You know, you could blame Mayweather if everybody want to keep their O, so be it. But I like Fury, man. I mean, I like Wilder. But if Fury wins, so be it. I ain't mad at him. You know, hopefully go fuck with Joshua up. Okay. But yeah, y'all can ask questions now. I don't know where Dr. Blick at. Or maybe I just can't hear him. Yeah, he ain't came on. But yeah. Y'all can ask questions. Any questions? Somebody had a question earlier. That's why I told Games PP, come back with your question, man. I remember when Mike Weaver had like 8 losses when he fought John Taylor. Plenty of these dudes. Shavers had losses. Who else? Evander had losses. Had a draw with Lennox Lewis. I count as a loss. Oscar De La Hoya had hella losses. You know, Trinidad had losses. You know, Ferrero Benitez had losses. Shit, Duran had a quit on his record. A whole quit. What happened with Charlos in the WBC? Charlo they got fined. So WBC fined them and said if this happens again, it's going to be severe punishment behind that. They claimed that they were, I think they claimed they was at the Fox PBC announcement. You know, it was announcing the fights at Fox, and they forgot to tell VADA they traveled. So they missed a drug test like that. Who you got? Errol Spence versus Mikey. Errol Spence. Errol Spence beat the fuck out of. You know, God bless Mikey Hart. If he win, I think it's one of the biggest upsets up there with Buster Douglas and Tyson. Can Teofimo Lopez beat Kami for the IBF title right now? No. I'm going to just say no. Teofimo Lopez, he's a good prospect, one of the top prospects out there. But this motherfucker jumping off his feet to punch. He make too many mistakes, in my opinion. And he was a young fighter. He supposed to make mistakes. I think he a little bit too confident for his own good. You know, he need about 5 more fights before he can, you know, fight Kami. He might can beat Kami right now, but I think Kami's too seasoned. Francis McGowan said it's all about making as much money off these fighters as they can. Bottom line, exactly. You know, it is what it is. It is what it is. Winky White had losses, yeah. The best fighter in history have losses, yep. Sugar Ray Leonard, Joe Louis, Muhammad Ali, Roberto Duran, Chavez Sr. MMM Sports Talk, what's up? Honestly, do you think welterweight division will have an undisputed by 2021? I think that's the soonest date they can have it by. But it seems like Top Rank understands they got to go talk to Daddy. You know, Al Heyman. So I don't know. I'm tired of the 147-pound division, bro. I hope they fight each other. You know. Rashid Warren fight is being moved to December 22nd to the Pac-Man card. Okay, I seen him fight before live. So he from Ohio. I like Rashid. Damn, I forgot to scroll up to find the question you had asked about. I can't remember. Kami will KO Teofimo Lopez. Yeah, I think that's a real possibility. Kami can fight. I know Dennis Shavakov should come back up. You know what I'm saying? Shavakov should come back up. Real shit. You know, or Dennis Shavakov should be fighting Tevin Farmer. He moved on to 130. Jamel Herring moved on to 132. Gervonta Tank Davis beat the hell out of Jamel Herring. But Jamel Herring can beat if he healthy at 130, Jamel Herring can beat Tevin Farmer, bro.
Yo.
Oh, my bad. I thought I was connected. Give me a second. Hold on. Don't say nothing real about the Blitz. It's gonna echo. Just give me 1 second. I thought I was connected. I wasn't. 1 second. Nah, these motherfuckers don't want to connect. All right, you good? You can say something.
Yeah.
Oh, I still ain't connected. Hold on. The fuck? Hold on. 1 second. I don't know what's going on. Hey, say something, Dr. Blick.
Yo.
All right, hold on. I'm gonna disconnect them again. Are they disconnected? Hold on. Hold on. I'm trying to get these hoes connected. Hold on, y'all. For some reason, they ain't connected. Hold on. Let me reset. My fucking daughter got my plug, my wire in one. Hold on. Shit's embarrassing. All right, you good, Dr. Blick now?
Yo, okay. Yo.
Hold on. What the fuck? Hold on. These motherfuckers ain't connecting. Hold on. Oh, yeah, you good now. You good, bro. Go ahead. What's going on?
Yo. What's good, man?
Yeah, what's going on, man? Yeah, anything you want to talk about? This Charlo shit, this Crawford shit, this Wilder Fury shit? What you want to talk about?
I probably I just got a couple of comments to say because I saw your video on Fury saying he's giving his whole plus away. That's a lie because he said he signed for Frank Warren because Frank Warren offered him a better contract and more money, and was making fun of the amount of money that Eddie Hunt offered him in terms of Fury saying that he's giving all his money to charity and all that stuff. That's a massive lie. I don't know why he said that. He didn't need to say that.
That's why that kind of made me think he being fraudulent, man. I don't really believe him when he say, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. I think he's going to get in there and get stretched. And he's just going in there for a check more now than ever. I think they just offered enough money because I remember him talking about Anthony Joshua. I say, shit, if the goal was just to be the best, I mean, why not just take what Eddie Hearn offered and you fight Joshua, you're gonna get more. I mean, you're gonna get more recognition and get 3 belts. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So it don't make no sense.
You claim his belts back as well.
So that made more sense if it wasn't about the money, because you would have got the fight at the crib. You know what I'm saying? You would have been a legend in the UK for beating Joshua. Yeah, I'm like this dude going around LA asking people, do we know who Deontay Wilder is?
Oh yeah, I saw that video.
Like, motherfucker, do niggas know who you are?
Nah, I don't know why people try to compare. The UK is a small place. The whole of the UK isn't bigger than Texas. It's that small. It's not bigger than one state in America. But like, I never understood why why he would say that. And the sparring partners, Lawrence Okoli isn't that fast at all, in my opinion. Like Isaac Chamberlain, the guy who fought is faster than him. Who else? Joy Joyce is slow. The only reason why I can see he brought in Joy Joyce, if anything, is because of his height and his power. Because he seems like he's very heavy-handed. But that could just be down to the level of opponents he's been fighting. But overall, them sparring partners, it's not really that impressive to me. And Fury hasn't really fought anyone quick, and I have seen people say that Fury could be one of those guys that got lucky against Klitschko. Maybe he might not even be that good to begin with, because there are things going out there saying what has Fury done other than that Klitschko win? He hasn't really done anything else. And he keeps making himself out to be some defensive wizard, but I don't think he is. I think he just stops people from punching because of his feints and the fact that he uses his height to lean back away from shots. And
I think he might be more athletic than your common UK heavyweight. Didn't he fight David Price?
Yeah, David Price is.
Yeah, terrible. He might be he's just more athletic than he was more athletic than Vladimir Klitschko. Let's keep it real.
Yeah, that's true. He's way more athletic. He's way more athletic. If anything, my thing is with Fury is the fact that is that his claim to fame is literally that win over Klitschko, even though it was a boring fight. The only time fights are good is when Fury isn't in control of the fight. When he's in control, he makes the fights really boring. And the speed that he used.
And that worked for him. You know what I'm saying? Making it ugly and a beautiful chaos, that worked for him. But that's not gonna sell over here. You ain't gonna be a pay-per-view star fighting like that.
He isn't, man. And one of the major issues that I know a lot of people saying he's in shape, he's in cutting down weight, he's got a faded six-pack, man. I gotta say this, man, because I play a lot of sports and I've done a lot of stuff. There are a lot of people out there. Yeah, you got some black people out there that can look physically in shape. But when they do any workout or when they do anything, they're out of shape. So they can look like they got abs and all that shit, heavily muscled and shit. But when you see them work out, you see that they really aren't fit. Just because you look in shape or your physical appearance is in shape, it don't mean you are in shape. That's what people seem to forget. And I feel like Tyson Fury can look in shape. It doesn't mean he's in shape, because sparring is sparring. And them sparring opponents are not as fast as Deontay Wilder. They're not going to take he's not going to be put in a situation where he can take risks. Even if he does see it coming, is his body going to be able to move quick enough to react, to get out of the way? Because a split second is all it takes for him to get dropped. And
fast twitch muscles.
Yep.
His fast twitch muscles might not be there no more. That's a real some people got more fast twitch muscles than most, but if those ain't there, if you ain't really had the reaction time, on top of that, you haven't fought a guy this fast in your career before, that could be a real problem. You know what I'm saying? That could be a real problem for him. And like you said before, it's guys that look in shape that ain't in shape. You know what I'm saying? I know guys that's like me, bigger. I could do a harder workout than a guy that weigh way less than me. You know, just because you dropping weight, like I said before, dropping weight and having stamina is two different things. You could drop weight, your stamina still could be bullshit.
Yep.
And for Fury, we'll see it come Saturday night. He can get all leaned out and lean as he want to. But will his reaction, will his fast twitch muscle, will his hand-eye coordination be there? You know, especially if Wilder go to the body. If Wilder go to the body, man, it's gonna be a long night for him, man.
Yeah, Wilder said on Below the Belt that he's planning on hitting everywhere that is possible to be hit. That he's not just gonna go for his head. He said Fury loves to move his head on that. He said his body ain't gonna move anywhere. So he said he's gonna go for the body. He said Fury might come out of that fight with broken ribs. So
that's gonna be a new wrinkle for Wilder. I seen Wilder touch Washington to the body a little bit, but if he can consistently go to the body, that's gonna scare AJ even more, bro.
No, that's gonna be worse, man. Because what that does is it makes it harder to avoid the right hand, because you're not worried about the right hand hitting you in the head. He's gonna be touching your body as well. And people get distracted about the right hand being I feel like the fact that people focus on the right hand, that's why they get hit by the right hand the most. Because Wilder knows how to disguise it. He knows how to set it up. He set it up. I know people are saying. I saw a couple of videos out there on BT Sport, and I saw their breakdown, and their breakdown was pretty much biased to Tyson Fury, which I'm not surprised by. They're saying that Wilder's stance is too wide and all that stuff, saying that his right hand has to travel far. But like they're also forgetting, since his stance is wider, it makes it harder for them to hit him because he's also wide himself in terms of his head, where his head is. So the other person has to travel far in order to connect to him as well. So it's double-edged sword. So like I saw what they were saying, and they were saying that they recommend Fury to fight Southpaw in the fight. And my issue is, I don't think Fury has enough power in his left hand to keep Wilder off him.
Look here, man. That motherfucker goes southpaw. Y'all better bet 3 and under, bro. Knockout 3. He goes southpaw. That's the worst thing you can do. It might buy him some time. Like people looking at the Spilka fight and the Ortiz fight, okay? It might buy him some time. But if you don't have his faculties there, like his reaction time, like Spilka was able to control distance and get in a groove. He goes southpaw. He can get knocked out faster, bro. I'm telling you, he shouldn't do that. He shouldn't go southpaw at all.
I don't think he should go southpaw. And the fact that Wilder's last fight was a southpaw, Wilder, like I know what they're trying to think. They're trying to say that if Wilder goes southpaw, you can probably eliminate his jab, but that don't stop the right hand from landing. That doesn't stop the right hand from landing. What people forget is that even if you take away the right hand, Wilder can, even if you take away the jab, Wilder can still land that right hand. Like we saw it against the Ortiz fight, where he's still able to land that right hand even without having the jab as prominent. And since I don't think Fury is a strong, solid fighter at fighting at southpaw, anyways. So I don't see why he would do that because he's never really looked amazing fighting southpaw. He just does it in quick bursts when he switches stances and he switches back. He doesn't stay there for a long period of time, based on what I've seen. But I feel like he will get slept in the fight, and he's going to gain a lot of UK fans, and he's also going to gain a lot of people in the UK saying that Fury wasn't ready anyways, even though those were the same people that said that Fury is going to school Wilder. A lot of people do believe that. And there's a lot of people that think that because of the Usyk fight, because he was getting outboxed by Ortiz, they feel like Usyk's going to do exactly the same thing. Wilder slept upon, man. He's very slept upon. His boxing ability, everything he does is all slept upon. It's very underrated, in my opinion. But he's going to get slept horribly. But, yeah, that's what I got to say on that, man. You still here, CJ? But, yeah, that's pretty much what I got to say on that, man. I do feel like Fury it could be slightly overrated, and his defense could be overrated as well. I agree. Think his defense is overrated.
Yeah, I think his defense is predicated on his height. He do catch a lot of shots on the glove and stuff of that nature. But I think his and people talking about his speed. I don't think he's that fast.
No, he's not that fast.
Frederick Williams, what's going on? C-Dub, Games PP, David Thomas, Full of Sports, salute. Cincinnati 513, salute. I don't think he's that fast, bro.
He's not fast, man. All of his opponents are slow. He's so he like other than Steve Cunningham, who has he fought that's fast?
Nobody. He crafty.
Derek is right fast. Yeah, I agree with that. He's very crafty.
Yeah, he's crafty.
He uses his hockey jerky feints to make people stop punching. But Wilder's already seen that through Gerald Washington. It's not like he hasn't seen people feinting his way through the fight. He's seen that. Gerald Washington did that in their fight. He did a lot of feints. Then after Wilder caught wind, he just took him out. But based on what his trainer's been saying, he's saying that while the aim for the fight is not to allow Fury to establish a rhythm, so they gotta try and dictate the pace. And if they dictate the pace, Fury's gonna get knocked out.
Man, he needs a jab to the body too. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah, he did that against Gerald Washington.
Yeah, and then for him, for Fury, like I said, people talking he quick, he fat. That ain't no speed, bro. He just crafty. His movement throws a lot of people off. He crafty, he feint. And once he just keep you off balance. You know, when he get in a rhythm, he's able to keep you off balance. But You know, for Klitschko just fought like a pussy. Okay, Klitschko was just scared of being hit again. Yeah, somebody that ain't scared to take a shot or that's gonna take one and get one. But not only that, he fighting against another guy that's unorthodox and Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder is very unorthodox himself.
And there's one thing about Klitschko. No, I was gonna say real quick. There's one thing about Klitschko is he only does well when he's in control. When he's not in control, he gives up and resigns himself to a loss. Nah, but continue what you were saying though.
Yeah, I don't. People say he fat. I don't see no speed in Klitschko, man. I don't see the speed that I'm thinking about. You know,
Wait, people say Klitschko is fast.
I'm talking about Fury. Excuse me. I don't see the Fury. I don't see the speed in Fury that people say. Oh, he's so fast. I don't see no speed, bro. I don't see no flashy combinations. I see a guy that's very, very awkward. You know, good feints. I think the feints make him look faster than what people think. But if Deontay Wilder fall for them feints, man, he gotta get beat up. You know, I don't just see him feinting and boxing for 12 straight rounds. He haven't been 12 straight rounds since he been back. He went 10 versus Pinata. That's
true, man. And Wilder's power carries over for the full 12. There's one thing I gotta say though, that a lot of people keep keep saying. Do you think Fury is the best pure boxer in the heavyweight division currently?
No, I don't.
So who would you say is better? A lot of people say he's the best pure boxer in the heavyweight division.
I say Luis Ortiz is better boxer at this point. You know, if you say the old Fury, probably so. But at this point, no, he got to prove that.
Yeah, I agree with that, man. A lot of things are based on what and what pisses me off is what Paulie Malignaggi keeps saying about saying that you can't count Fury out because there was no fight you can say that gave you the idea that Fury will beat Klitschko. That's all Paulie Malignaggi keeps saying, man.
Yep. He said what Paulie say?
He said you can't count Fury out because tell me a fight that gave you the idea that Tyson Fury could beat Vladimir Klitschko.
That's a good point. I mean, I never really thought. I didn't think Klitschko was that good, bro. Just looking back on it now, yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. I mean,
it was a weak heavyweight division.
Yeah, I mean, it ain't like Fury went out there and just washed him. It's a real sloppy fight. It ain't no fight that I'd be proud of. Honestly, you got 3 titles. You got 3 titles. Ain't no fight that I'm gonna go and tell my great grandkids, oh man, I had a classic fight with Vladimir Klitschko. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I think Klitschko felt like he could beat Fury in the rematch. That's why he took the rematch straight away. He did not think about it. He did not hesitate. He took that rematch straight away. He was heavily motivated for that, John.
He was fighting like a bitch. That whole fight, he was fighting like a little bitch.
If he fought with the mentality that he fought Anthony Joshua with, then he could have probably beaten Fury.
He might have underestimated Fury.
Yeah, he probably did. Because in the Anthony Joshua fight, he took more risks, took more chances. He got dropped, and then he came back to drop AJ. And that's the most heart that Fury's ever shown in any of his fights. Even though he got dropped by Samuel Peters, he was fighting scared in that fight too. He was fighting very scared in that fight against Samuel Peters.
Games PP said Klitschko. He said Games PP said Klitschko fought the great Alex Olivier and Francisco Pineda.
Oh man, isn't that the same Pineda?
Yeah.
What's his name? Fury fought?
Yeah, he fought. Pineda. I mean, shit, he fought Corey Sanders and Ross Purity and
Calvin Brock. Plus 40 fights, man. When Klitschko's 40 fights are almost as bad as Wilder's.
No, they is bad because he got knocked the fuck out in a few of them, about 3 of them, right?
Yeah,
he got knocked the fuck out.
Gold medalist, and he still got knocked out. No, but there's one thing I want to say, and this is about the Charlos situation. It's bad luck. He can't. I don't care whether he had a stuff to promote his fight and all that stuff. You know nobody likes you. You know everyone's against you, man. You can't slip up like that, man. You can't. Charlo can't do that, man. And the Charlos are people I want to support, but they keep making it hard for me to support them when they come out and disrespect the fans, especially Jamal. So, I'm disappointed in what happened, but it is what it is. And and all they can do is move on and just learn from it. But if you got people trying to say you're on PEDs, you can't afford to mess up like that because people are gonna still think you're on PEDs.
They're gonna really have validity to it though.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna have validity. Oh, you missed a missed drug test is like a fucking it's a failed drug test in most people's mind.
Yeah, it is because especially the fact that both of them missed it. It wasn't just one; it was both of them.
Yeah, and they train in 2 different cities, bro. One train in Houston and one train in Dallas.
Yeah,
so how did you both miss a drug test? Especially if it come out, they was on the drug test was on separate days too. That's mad suspicious. I would want to hear more about when these drug tests work. Because why were you testing the brothers at the same time anyway? Maybe they said they was gonna be together or some shit like that. I don't know.
In my opinion, yeah, I don't think they're on anything, man. That's just me. A lot of people may think I'm wrong, but I do not think that they're on anything. That's my thing, man. Some people are just freaky strong like that, but no one's gonna want to believe that because to them it's outside of the norm to be that strong. But I don't think they're on anything. That's just my hunch, man.
I remember Stephen Bradman, J-Rock trainer, said the game after he lost, said they refused to take violent testing or random drug testing for the IBF fight at junior middleweight. He said these dudes they cycle off and then they go into the drug test and they was having some mad sour grapes about it. And my whole point to him was, I did a video about it too. It was like, don't take the fight. You know what I'm saying? If you can't get the testing, why are you taking the fight then? Don't complain about it then. Mm-hmm. You know, but you know, they can't be fucking up like that, bro.
Yeah. And the worst person that annoys me about that is what's his name? Triple G. Triple G saying that Canelo skipped out on the drug test at the end, yeah, but he wants another fight.
And Canelo said today, I didn't do a video on it. Canelo said today if he come to the zone, he'd give him a 3rd fight. He said Triple G come to the zone, so basically Triple G is gonna not do what the WBC say, not fight Charlo and still get a title shot. Then what they got rules for then? Hey, Paulie did accuse Sean Porter of being on steroids. That was funny. He's like, I don't know where he got that power from after he knocked Sean Porter out. That shit was funny as hell. Sean Porter straight steamrolled, man. You said what?
I don't think Sean Porter's on steroids. I just think like the style clash just suited Sean Porter. Like, well, like that's the clash of styles, man.
I don't think
Sean Porter's Paulie never struck me as a guy that's physically strong. So someone like Sean Porter, yeah, he's just gonna steamroll someone like Paulie, especially Paulie's got no punching power. Sean Porter will walk through people that have no punching power.
Yugis.
Yeah, man. Yo, like that's one thing. That's one of the, unless you're freakishly strong like Kell Brook, yeah, and you're just gonna jab and just tie him up. But if Sean Porter's physically stronger than you, yeah, it's gonna be a tough fight. Especially if you don't have the power to keep him off you, because he will still, you keep coming forward and keep pushing his head into your chest, headbutting you, elbowing you, fighting dirty, but you got no answer to keep him off. This ain't like no Adrian Broner where he's gonna throw a couple of eye-catching punches, yeah, and then nick the fight. Even though there's, in my opinion, it's debatable whether I saw that fight. I felt like Paulie won. I felt like Paulie beat Adrian Broner. I don't know about everybody else, but Paulie seemed like he beat Adrian Broner in that fight. I don't know how AB won that, but that's just me though. Like people could think differently, man.
Yeah, that was a close fight. I gotta say, he lost to Daniel Ponce de Leon too. People forget that. First fight on TV, he lost that shit. I don't care what nobody say.
Oh man, he just doesn't like getting hit, man.
That motherfucker always been like that. He was like that at the lower weight classes. He never threw a lot of punches. You know, Mike Stafford was begging that motherfucker from day one on TV to throw more punches. He just never would do it. He was able to get away because he had one knockout punch power at 130 and 135.
It was a big.
He was so much bigger than everybody.
Way bigger than yeah. Nah, but what's it? Wait. I think it was you that made a video that Danny Garcia turned down the chance to fight what's the name, Crawford.
Yeah, it was supposed to be on pay-per-view.
He should have taken the fight.
Man, you know he wasn't taking that shit, man. I heard he turned down some other fights too.
He should have 100% taken the fight, man.
I told y'all guys. He said on Vilified Media, man. I got the interview somewhere. He said that he wasn't interested. He said he wasn't interested in fighting Terrence Crawford. He said that.
Wasn't he the same guy complaining that Mikey and Errol could be pay-per-view and that he don't see them calling him up for pay-per-view stuff? and now he gets the chance to be a pay-per-view and he turns it down.
Well, he says daddy turned it down. So,
oh damn,
same person. He should have took that shit, man. He don't. None of them niggas want to fight Bud. He gonna fight Granados.
He could. In my opinion, yeah, him versus Bud would be a good fight. Even though I feel Bud will beat him, it'll be a good fight. Yeah, he didn't really want to fight Sean Porter, to be honest.
He don't. No, he waited till that was mandated. You know, for the belt.
You don't really want to fight anyone, man. I feel like Danny Garcia.
Get out the sport.
I like the hunger's not there no more, man. He's just there for paydays. I can't even say he's there for paydays because if he was there for paydays, he should have taken the Bud fight.
He there for easy paydays, bro.
Yep, easy paydays, man.
You can tell the way he fighting, though. He don't fight hungry no more.
Mm-hmm. He kind of just tries to land. He just goes for that left hook all the time. That's what he's doing in that Sean Porter fight for the most part. Them left hooks were sloppy. And he's really slow as well. Damn, he's slow.
His feet faster than his hands, but he more anticipate shots. He set shots up.
He didn't look fast in that Sean Porter fight. He looked sloppy in that fight, man.
He was missing Sean Porter by a millimeter. If he was a little bit faster, his timing was better. He'd probably hurt Sean Porter a little bit more.
Yeah, his dad was telling him to go to the body. He just wouldn't do it, man. His dad was telling him what to do, and he just wouldn't do it.
He basically like, shut the hell up.
His dad was getting hella mad.
You talking? I'm retiring. I don't want to coach. We need another coach. That's what he said after the fight. He was retiring from boxing. He'd be his coach. That motherfucker gonna be there for that check. What you mean? He ain't going nowhere.
His dad don't even trash talk that much no more.
So you already know this son ain't hungry no more. He fulfilled, man. He full. He got all his money. He got the power. He got the girls. He got Philly. He invested into a city. I mean, what's the fucking point?
That's true, man. A lot of these guys are just done, and it's sad, man, because it shows how low their motivation is.
Yep, a lot of dudes ain't motivated no more. It's hard to be motivated and fighting a poor man. It's hard for a rich man to fight in a poor man's sport.
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly what it is. It's hard to be rich and motherfuckers say, I'll get $100 million. I'm still coming back to work the next day. Bullshit.
Well, the same way, man.
Hell yeah, you get motherfucker get $1 million job. Most of us niggas quit waiting our jobs. Nigga, fuck you, Susie. Fuck you, Billy. Fuck you, Jennifer.
AB said to Floyd, how do you keep going when you already got money?
I want to be the best. You want to be the best. That's why. Floyd genuinely loved the fucking box.
Yeah, man.
Floyd loved the box.
He loves attention, man. He loves the eyes.
I think it's more the love of the sport than it is the box. I mean, for the intention, I think he genuinely loved the sport. But motherfucker don't get out of shape. He always working out. He genuinely loved the sport of boxing, bro. More than the attention, I think he genuinely loved the sport. It's no way that he's still motivated. Bernard Hopkins the same way. Started boxing in jail. I think genuinely, Bernard Hopkins loved the sport of boxing. It single-handedly saved his life. He didn't need no more fucking money. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Rocky Marciano loved the box. He retired before he died. He was coming back. Some of these dudes just love the box. Some dudes is boring to fight. You know, they've been doing it their whole life. So dudes like Danny Garcia, he in it for the check. Mm-hmm. Adrian Broner, there's something that his daddy made him do. Angel Garcia made Danny Garcia box. You know, what's old boy named Gabriel Rosado went to the boxing gym and sought out the fight. Most of these dudes, daddy then grabbed them, or their mamas then grabbed them, uncles and cousins and dragged them to the gym. They didn't want to be no boxers. Most of these dudes wanted to hoop, be rappers, be trappers. You know what I'm saying? Hit licks. Most of these dudes ain't cut for boxing. You could tell. Mm-hmm. All these dudes don't love boxing. Okay, I remember what Gaines PP question was. See, I hope he's still in the building. It just popped in my head. Kurt Sugar, what's going on? Archie Moore was like that. Kurt Sugar dropped knowledge. Oh, he said. Hey, he had said before I forget. He had said. Gaines PP asked me about Dimitri Bivol coming back down in weight and fighting Canelo, fighting Canelo, and people saying that that Canelo or that Dimitri Bivol was a small 175.
Well, how big is how tall is the Bivol?
I thought Bivol was like what 6'2" at least, right?
Yeah, he looked pretty big, man.
Let me see. I don't know, man. He a good fighter though. I mean, I didn't see his last fight because I didn't care to see that shit.
his last fight as well, man.
I heard he did knock out John Pascal though. He's 6 foot.
Oh, okay. That's still a good height.
Yeah, I mean, Callum Smith 6'3".
Yeah, Callum Smith a big dude. I don't know why. Triple G apparently because they've been saying in the UK apparently he's close to fighting Triple G.
I mean, I heard Canelo. Man, he better not
stopping that dude. No, actually, I want Triple G to take that fight. I want to see Triple G's ass get stopped, man. That guy.
Callum Smith got the experience too now. I picked him to win the tournament. He a bad motherfucker, bro.
Yeah, he's stopping Triple G, man. I think it's because Triple G couldn't get that DeGale fight. Because apparently Triple G wanted to fight James DeGale. Especially the fact that James DeGale is not the same guy he used to be, man.
Yeah, he should have fought James DeGale, but it was too much bad blood on him fighting James DeGale. Motherfucker was on his neck about that one. Because James DeGale was looking so bad, and all of a sudden Triple G wanted to fight him. Niggas was on his neck about James DeGale. So at the end of the day, I said that's his day one. I've been called all types of names for calling him a fraud.
He's a fraud. I don't know how people had him #1 pound for pound for fighting nobody.
I've been arguing that shit for years, bro. For years, I've been telling people that. I said this motherfucker ain't no pound for pound. You know, he good fighter. I mean, he a solid fighter. This nigga was 33 years old, 32 years old, stepping up versus Gabriel Rosado. Get the fuck up out of here, bro. Fuck up out of here, dog.
Oh man. Yo, the funny thing about Triple G is his last couple of fights they've been his toughest fights in his career. If you minus freaking Monterosium fight. If you minus that fight, those have been his toughest fights.
Yep, Kell Brook, Jacobs, and Canelo.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, I remember he stopped Matthew Macklin to the body. That shit was funny as hell. Matthew Macklin, like he had the mother load coming out his ass.
Yep.
And all them Triple G fanboys, they used to be my friends on Facebook. Oh, I've been following Triple G since he came out the womb. Triple G this, Triple G that, all that shit. Shut the fuck up.
You know how they advertise him in the UK? When he first fought Kell Brook. When he fought Kell Brook, yeah, how they advertise him? They advertise him as the middleweight Mike Tyson. That's how they advertised him in the UK when he was fighting Kell Brook. Because that junk was pay-per-view over here.
Angel 313, what did the WBC say about Charlos? They fined him some money. They said they missed another drug test. It's gonna be harsher penalties. So they just fined him.
At least he didn't get stripped.
I just knew they was gonna strip the no motherfucking Jamal, but they had strip Jamal, they would have had to strip Jamal. So, But if it was just Jamal that missed the test, I guarantee you they would have stripped that nigga for Canelo.
Canelo frustrates me, man.
Man, it is what he worth $365 million. He don't give a fuck with me. What you think? What I think.
That guy, what he does is he'll fight a bunch of people that we know he's gonna win, and then out of a bunch of people, he'll just fight one person that people want to see him fight, and he does that same pattern of fighting a bunch of people that we know he's gonna win. Like he'll go through 5 easy fights, yeah, and then on the 6th fight, yeah, he will just fight someone that we wanted him to fight.
Yep. So, I mean, he can do that when ain't nobody else fighting.
Yeah.
Nobody fighting nobody else, he can get away with it.
And I feel like the middleweight division, everyone is all waiting on Canelo. All of them are all trying to fight Canelo. Demetrius Andrade trying to call out Canelo. Danny Jacobs trying to fight Canelo. Charlo trying to fight. Everyone Canelo.
Hey, Danny Jacobs, his network allegiance is gonna be predicated on if he gets the Canelo fight or not. If Eddie Hearn can't give him the Canelo fight, he's not coming back to the zone. Eddie
Hearn's biggest fight that he's made in recent years was George Groves versus was Anthony Joshua versus what's the dude's name? Freaking Klitschko. And freaking the Hay Bellew fights. And these are only big fights in the UK. Eddie Hearn hasn't made a big fight in a while. And I know people are gonna say the Tony Bellew fight was big. It was big over here. But when
hold on. What about Dillian White and Joseph Parker?
That's not a big fight, man. No, that's not a big fight. I enjoyed the fight, but that wasn't a big fight.
You telling me the pay-per-view star Dillian White and a big fight versus Joseph Parker?
He only been on pay-per-view once.
He's on pay-per-view again, ain't he?
Yeah, he is, because of the first fight was really good. So they know people enjoyed the first fight. So it's like, you know what? People enjoyed the first fight, so people are gonna enjoy the second fight.
Didn't he do another pay-per-view this year too that people was talking about? It was they were saying it might not do. I think it was Joseph Parker, Dillian White.
Yeah, no, but that's because Eddie Hearn knows how to promote fights in the UK.
He tried to bring that shit over here though. That shit don't work.
No, but that's because UK fans they see boxing as an event, a place to go and get drunk and get hammered. They don't see it as, yo, this fight is big. They see it as an event, man. The way Eddie Hearn advertises it, the way he does it like a big event. And when you do things as a big event, no matter how crap the fight is, yeah, people still go because it's the thing that is seen as trendy, especially if you got it all over the ads and all that stuff. Especially when you got people talking about it. Even though, in my opinion, I didn't see anyone talk about Joseph Parker versus Dillian White, but Dillian White does have a decent following in the UK. He does have a decent following, and that's because he fought AJ. If he didn't fight AJ, man, not a lot of people would have known who he was.
Somebody say what you think about Deontay Wilder talking about being pregnant. I heard some shit uploaded.
I heard that, man. Okay, so I heard that, but and I heard Blue Bud talking about it. He basically said that, I don't know how to explain it without it sounding weird. It was very weird. He basically said that women are lucky and blessed to be able to bring life into the world. And he said if he's able to experience that, yeah, because of how much he loves his kids, he would like to experience that. He never really said, but people are blowing it out of proportion that he said he wanted to freaking change his gender and shit. He never said that, but he just said that women are lucky to bring life into the world, and it's such a beautiful thing in his eyes. That's pretty much all he said. I don't know about me wanting to be pregnant though. He did say he wanted to go through being pregnant. I don't know about all that. Like me personally, I don't know about all that, man. Oh man, no. But it's Wilder, man. Anything Wilder says is against him, man. I don't know how that feels, man.
Anything he can say, I want to bring love and cheer to Christmas and bring 1,000 gifts. Why you didn't bring 1,001 gifts? You know what I'm saying?
No, man, this is the thing of being black, man. When you're black, you go through things a lot harder. I'm not trying to bring race. It just happens to be the case.
Yep. Tyson Fury said some other shit. I was a crackhead, John, sipping on the Jägermeisters, and I was fingering Huey's butt, and people won't say shit. Deontay Wilder say drop the mic. Oh, he dropped the mic. Yeah, somebody paid good money for that mic. Yeah. This shit crazy.
Well, like what they did with what's it? Floyd and Conor McGregor saying Floyd is scared of Conor McGregor. You can see in his face.
Dudes be reaching, bro. Dudes be reaching, dog. Dudes really be reaching about what they be saying, dog. Oh, Deontay Wilder look nervous coming to the ring. I remember somebody said somebody looked nervous coming to the ring. And they whooped the other guy ass. I can't remember what fight we was watching.
I find it funny because a lot of Conor McGregor fans be like, "Yo, man, Conor McGregor it's like I love trash talkers, but in the other hand, they say that they hate Floyd, but they love Conor McGregor for doing exactly the same thing."
Conor McGregor do whatever the fuck he want to do and say whatever the fuck he want to say.
Exactly. And the funny thing about it is, yeah, people talk about Floyd bragging about Conor McGregor did that, man. When one of his first major lines, he said 60 G's, baby, after he won a fight, man. He was saying that how he should own shares of the UFC. So,
I was done with people when they talking about Conor McGregor after he said all that racist shit. It's just, I mean, he shouldn't take it so personal. I'm like, yeah, shut up. How you gonna defend this guy?
That's for me, boy. And he said he loves the scene in Rocky with the monkeys in the gym. And then the only he was talking about Rocky 3. The only scene with people in the gym I remember at Rocky 3, was
when they went to the gym.
Yeah, Apollo Creed's gym. Oh man.
And people trying y'all overreacting. Y'all overreacting,
man. These are all happening all at once, one after another, man. It's not like it's one thing. If it's one thing, you could say it's overreacting. But when you got multiple different things that tie into making yourself look racist, then that's how it's gonna be. And these are the same people that jump on Khabib saying that, yo, Conor McGregor was disrespectful to Khabib's religion, bro. We were saying this back in the Floyd fight. But no one said nothing, man.
Hey, hold on, give me a minute, Cali.
Oh, okay. Oh man. Okay.
Yeah, I'm about to go ahead and kill this. I'm talking to Cali right now, man. I'm gonna go ahead and kill it. Appreciate everybody for coming through, man. Appreciate it, Golden Gloves, man.
Yo, man,
hit me up on Twitter. Inbox me on Twitter again, man, so I can get your Twitter. For some reason, it went away.
Oh, okay.
All right, man. Appreciate everybody.